Hi, I'm Paul Silovsky, physical therapist and owner of Rebound Physical Therapy. And today I wanted to talk to you about how you can heal faster with physical therapy. Here's the situation. Most people aren't familiar with the uses of physical therapy in order to accelerate the healing of your soft tissues, or your joints, or your body, after an injury, surgery, or illness. There's more I can tell you later on prevention to actually prevent those injuries, but when you have an injury, surgery, or illness that requires PT, I want to address some key basic theory behind why it's important to get to it early and use a physical therapist to guide you in that process. So here we go. Physical therapy addresses, the three major phases of soft tissue healing. There's three major components, or a progression, if you will. We're good at reducing inflammation during that acute stage when things are inflamed and you have, let's say you have an ankle sprain and you get some bleeding and swelling into the area. Not all that's bad, right? It's new cells and new nutrients for the joint to heal. But physical therapy can help organize that, because in the second phase, or the build-up phase, if you will, where you're building and rebuilding the integrity of those structures, are when we really make a huge difference, because we want to do this in an organized fashion to restore the integrity of the tissues in the joint, in this case, talking about an ankle, to keep you active, keep you safe, but organize the healing process and accelerate it, because we know how those tissues heal and how to optimize them. And then that third stage, which is the restoration stage, or the rebuilding stage, from the viewpoint of strengthening and stabilizing those structures and those tissues for long-term health. You do different activities in each one of those phases. In the acute phase, it's swelling reduction, inflammation reduction for good inflammation, for good healing. And then we organize your activities and the tissues so that they heal in an organized fashion and not a disorganized fashion. And then the third phase, that rebuilding phase, we're continuing the organization and the strength and the stability for long-term success. So really, I tell people, PTs are like the tour guide, right? The body does what it does in each one of these phases. We accelerate you through them to optimize the healing process, because we know what the tissues do, we know what the joints do, we know what kind of good nutrients that need to be brought to the area. And during each one of those phases, we may treat you a little bit differently and know how to transition you. In the case of an ankle sprain, get the swelling down quickly, stabilize the joint, get you moving rapidly to return back to your normal daily activities on a very gradient scale, so that we aren't overstressing the tissue and creating more inflammation in that first stage, and allowing your body to, it's kind of like laying down a scab, right? You skin your elbow, you get some good redness and soreness in the area, but your tissues are rebuilding immediately. That scar gets laid down. You want scar to lay down in an organized fashion, so it's stronger, more stable, and not disorganized. And then the long-term function, you want a home program and or progression of your activities later, in the later stages, after those first 6 weeks, let's say, of healing. Now you're getting into that rebuilding phase to restore the integrity, or long-term integrity, let's say, of the tissues and structures and joint, but more importantly, your function. Progression of function is the key. When you have an injury, don't wait. It costs you more to wait, and it'll take you longer to heal without having the guide there, which is the PTs are trained in getting you through that restoration and rehabilitation process, get you back in action. So use a PT, don't wait. We can accelerate the healing process through all three phases, and we'd love to help you. Give us a call.